right, thank you so much. All right, we're going to do regression. New document, do not save, of course, and then number 4 for spreadsheet. Okay, what do we have to put at the top? X, stop. X and Y go at the top, and then we got to fill in our table. Now, which top or bottom row, which one's going to go in X? The top one, because it says X, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and type this in if you haven't already. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Go over, back to the top, and then you're going to fill in the Y column. 1, 0, 1, 4, 9. Okay, you have to remember this. To do a quadratic regression, it's menu 416. Okay, just a reminder. When you hit menu, you'll see statistics, number 4, stat calculations 1, and then, of course, if it's quadratic, you want to click number 6 for quadratic. Don't forget, at this screen, you have to hit X for X, Y for Y, and then okay, you get A, B, and C. Now, remember, this is for standard form, bless you, and standard form looks like this. Okay, Y equals AX squared plus BX plus C. Okay, now, A, B, and C go right here, and right here, right? This should be old news because this is something you should have done on this assignment on 1025, quadratic regressions. If you never did that, this is how you do it, right? So let's go ahead and rewrite this equation using these A, B, and C. So if A is 1, I'm going to write Y equals, you could put 1 X squared, but you usually don't see 1. It's implied. So I'm going to put X squared. And then my B is 2, so plus 2X. C is 1 plus 1. Okay? Is everyone able to get a equation from a table that is quadratic? Okay? So if you didn't see it, okay, I got people who get fake surprise all the time. Let's get the surprise out of the way. What does it say right here? Okay, we're going to have a test on Friday. It's short. It's 10 questions long. Okay? Tomorrow we're going to have a little review. If you can do the review, you'll get 100 on your test. I promise, okay? You want to do your best tomorrow on your review and then Friday on your test. I'm going to set you up for success if you just do what you need to do, okay? Now, today we're going to finish that packet we've been working on transformations. So please get out the packet we've been working on the last 2 days. If you need an extra one or a new one, they're in the blue bin still, okay? So let's go ahead and get started on that. Let me get there real quick. Okay, where are we at? Okay. The sooner we do this, the sooner we can give you some free, I don't want to say free time, but some time that you can work on anything missing if you need to. So let's remind ourselves day 1, 2, and 3, even though it was really just 2 days, right? Okay, let's start with A. This was yesterday, okay? Yesterday we saw that the graph would either do this or this. Well, what do we call this? Narrower is what we like to say, but what, and then we wrote it at the end of class, but it's really called a vertical stretch, okay? So if A is bigger than 1, it's a vertical stretch. And then if A is less than 1, but greater than 0, okay, kind of like the accordion, it's a vertical compression. It makes it look wider. We don't want to write wider. We want to write vertical compression, okay? So that's A. That's that one number right there. Now, I'll be impressed if everyone knows this. Inside the parentheses, which direction does this H number go? Left, right, or up, down? Left, right. It's horizontal. Kind of makes sense. H for horizontal. But what's very important to remember? Insiders lie. If you have not been here, I'm telling you now. Okay? And actually, Ms. Marshall, I think, did you hear one of the 007 actors died today? I think. Like one of the old ones. Not the newer one, but I forget his name. Yeah. Not him. It was unless I read it wrong. Anyways, 007, the spy, and what does he do? He lies to get into places and then, you know, put people to sleep. All right. Well, anyways, so insiders lie, right? So, bless you. So negative means left or right. Usually it means left, but it's a liar. So it means what? To the right. If you see a minus number, that's right. If you see a plus number, that means left. Okay. Now K out here by itself, is that up, down, or left, right, or what? Up and down. Is it a liar? No. Okay. K is a normal direction. Now, skip over to day 3, please. My bad. Part 4, I think is what it actually says. Where we at? Here we go. Okay, part 4. Right here. Okay. Now, we did stuff like this on days 1 and 2, so some of y'all already got ahead, which is great. But I want you to do this. I want you to graph negative x squared, tell me the vertex, write the axis of symmetry, graph it, and tell me what changed, okay? You're going to do that for these 3, and I'm going to come around and see everybody doing it right now. So go ahead and start that now. Vertex we had is 0, 0. The axis of symmetry is x equals 0, straight down the middle, right? Now, what do you call that when it goes from that original to the one we just drew on there? What would you call that? Okay, reflection. It is also at the top of this page, right? Reflection, and it's a reflection across what? What is this line called right here? The x-axis. So again, you don't want to, you want to know that it's not just a random reflection, it's a reflection across the x-axis. Let me, here, heads up please. So, next one. Now, it's similar. It's negative 5x squared. What about the vertex? What'd y'all get? Same thing? 0, 0. What about the axis? X equals 0. Same thing. What's different about the graph, though? Narrow. It's narrower. Now, what's a better way of saying that in math? Vertical stretch. Okay? So we would say reflection and vertical stretch. Okay. Third one here. If I got that, okay, so vertex is what? 0, 0. What about the axis of symmetry? X equals, are you whispering it? X equals 0. Okay, so now 0.2 is less than 1, and what did the graph look like? What? What does this graph look like? Oh, wider. Okay, it's a little bit over exaggerated, but whatever. Okay, it's going to look wider and it's going downwards, right? So it's a reflection and a what? How do you say that? If it vertical compression, right? Okay, vertical compression. Okay, so what? All that to say, what happens when A is negative? What happened every single time? Reflection across the x-axis. Let's go ahead and write the whole thing. Reflection across the x-axis. Okay, so everyone's getting this down. We graphed all of them. We saw what happens. It might get vertically stretched or compressed. You want to write down the last one? Very bottom right here. Okay, reflection across the x-axis. Okay, and then you can flip it over. Wait, write it down. Write that down there. Okay, on the back. So, on the back, we have, it says A, H, and K, right? So I want you to, we're going to fill in these real quick. A, if A is greater than 1, what do we call that? Vertical what? Stretch, okay? Let's write that down. If A is less than 1, greater than 0, what do we call that? Vertical compression. Okay, so from now on, y'all got to know that. If there's a number right here, bigger than 1, stretches it, makes it narrower. If it's less than 1, compresses it, makes it wider, okay? Now, negative, we just literally wrote this down on the last page. What does that do to the graph? Let's go back. What happens when A is negative? It reflects across the x-axis, right? So reflection across x-axis. Now, H. Y'all see how H is inside the parentheses, right? What do we say about insiders? Insiders lie. Bunch of liars. So, if it's plus H, if it's plus a number, which way is that going? Left, okay? So, plus H means shift left H. And if it's minus a negative number, it's going to be what? Shifting to the right, okay? Okay, last but not least, K, the normal number out here by itself. Which way does that go? Up and down, right? So positive is a shift up. Normal, it does not lie, right? Shift up, K. Negative is a shift down, K. These are all the things you need to know about vertex form and how to tell what the transformations are. You could always graph them and just see them, I know, in your calculator, but this is how you can know just by looking at the equation, okay? Now, you can use this on an actual equation. So look at letter A. See that 2 in front? That's a vertical stretch by 2. You see that plus 6? That's a up 6. Okay? So can we look at B through, I think, H and describe every one of their changes just by looking at the equation? Y'all want to do this together or you want to try it on your own? I heard someone say do it together. All right, the rest of y'all are asleep. Let's do it. Letter B. All right, x squared minus 2. The minus 2 is not in parentheses, so what's going to happen to that? What? Down 2. Does that make sense? Because it's not in parentheses, it's not left and right. Down 2. Okay? Okay, letter C. If there's a number in front, that's going to be a vertical something. Does 2 vertically stretch it or compress it? What do y'all think? Stretch, okay? Compress would be less than 1, like a 0.5, 0.2, something like that, okay? So 2 is bigger than 1. It's a vertical stretch. And there's no shift on this one, so that's fine. Okay, letter D. Before we look at 0.5, what does this negative sign do?
Reflection.
Reflection. You got it. Smart. All right, reflection. Now look at the 0.5. Is that bigger or less than 1? Less than 1. So is it going to vertically stretch or compress?
Stretch. Oh, compress, right? Okay, wider.
Hey. What? Don't do that. Do this. We're on letter D. Okay, reflection, and we said vertical what? Compression. And then, that's it. There's no other numbers there, so that's it. The one thing people forget is the negative sign. So again, negative sign is a reflection. You got to know that over the x-axis. Okay, letter E. There are 3 things here. Who knows all 3?
Reflection, vertical compression is to the right. Oh, and to the left. Right? That's up?
In parentheses is left and right.
Yeah.
Hey, but you're on a roll. That's good. So Now, why did you say reflection?
Because it's negative.
Very good. Reflection because it's a negative, and then you said vertical what?
Compression, because it's less than 1.
Okay, yeah, 0.5 is less than 1, so it's vertically going to compress. And the plus 8 is after it, so yeah, up 8, shift up 8, I should say. Okay, F. Hey, go that way. Is that picture you? All right, well, anyways, 4, is that vertical stretch or compress? No. Okay, it's greater than 1, so it's vertical stretch. And then the -1 goes which way? Down 1. All right, now, letter G. What's my A value? How's that going to change it? What is that?
Vertical compression.
Compression, because...
And then up 4.
Why is it compression?
Because it's lower than 1.
Yeah, 0.2 is less than 1. Okay, and then the +4 you said is up 4. Very good. Okay, 3 changes here. What are my 3?
It's a reflection.
Negative means reflection.
It's a vertical stretch, right?
3 is greater than 1, so vertical stretch.
And then down 9.
And then -9 is down 9. Now, I didn't make this, so unfortunately, hey, you turn off though. Put it away. Okay. Unfortunately, none of these had the parentheses, but you hopefully by now you know parentheses means left and right, insiders lie, it's opposite, right? Okay.
Yeah, probably this is darn for
Okay. So, you can keep this. Okay. Tomorrow we're gonna do a medium-sized review. Okay. The test is Friday. It's a shorter test, which hopefully will help your grade. But please, tomorrow, it's so important that you do your review. I'll have the key, I'll have a video for it, but you got to do your review tomorrow, okay? And if you have any missing work, make sure you get that now. Work on anything you need to now, especially if you need the calculator to do it. You got time now. Do it now, okay? All right, get it done.